Hey, DJ, hey, Stiletto.
Don't explain, you never change. Same old thing, same old game. Say you want to be with me. Show me my ring, baby, let me think. I've been in the cold, story you told, love unfold. How do you expect me to ever believe you won't be with me? You all in my brain. Yeah. Can you pay my bills? Yeah. Let me know if you will. No. Cause the chick gotta lay on me. I do it, do it, do it, do it.
Hey, DJ, hey, Stiletto.
I'll be out of control. Let's take it to perfection.
Yo.
It's you and me. Let's see if you can bring the nasty out of me. Suck it inside. Suck it to me like it's in two rules. I can take it like a pro, you know. Do a long throw, backstroke. My hormones jumping like a disco. I'll be popping mess like a Frisco. All you gotta say is let it go. And when you say go, I won't move slow.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to Illustrate Radio. Happy Wednesday, my friends. It's your girl T Gray. I got my ace keeps blinking in and out over here. My co-host Lucky. DJ Stiletto in the building. Yo, you guys make sure you check us out each and every Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Streaming live to Facebook at the Studio 202 DC page. Make sure you also check us out on iHeartRadio and keep these good vibes going. I have a special guest in the building tonight for Illustrate, Irv Smith, Mr. Up-and-coming super manager of the Stars, out of Pittsburgh by way of Atlanta, doing big things. What's up, Irv?
What's going on?
Welcome to the show.
I'm excited.
Oh, likewise. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be getting into what's going on with him, what's going on with some of his artists. I have been low-key stalking on his artists, listening to all their music, just straight up enjoying. But first things first, we're going to hop into my love. And so this week, you guys, love and is love. And whew, like I just got a one time. I know last week I was like, yo, trying to give y'all a positive note. I was on my perseverance stuff, keep it moving, keep your head up and all that. T Gray ain't got it for y'all today. I'm telling you, because it has been just a week. Definitely a time of reflection. So there's a lot happening in my home. Me and my kids were displaced, had to stay with my mom. And can I tell you, it was very, very hard. I definitely took just being a grown woman and handling my own business for granted for just a minute. Having to uproot myself and my children and go to my mom's house for the week was probably about one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, you guys. And okay, on the low, my house was flooded, you guys. Okay, so I had to, I didn't have no choice. But just being in that space, being at my mom's, being in my mom's bed, I appreciated being a grown up so much. And not knocking my mom. That's my best. I love my mother to death. That's my best friend. But I'm so happy that I don't live at home, you guys. I'm so happy that I don't live at home, and just the tug of war, because you have two alpha females, so to speak, two heads of the household under the same roof. And so it's how I operate in my home, trying to humble myself because I'm in somebody else's home and try to follow their rules. Like, yo, you guys, that's hard. I low key took my little place for granted for a minute, and just being able to mother the way that I like to mother and to move the way that I like to move. Like, so for all of you people who are, I don't know, over 30, still living at home with y'all mamas, get out. Okay, you will appreciate that shit. Like, every once in a while, I get a
Well,
little
I'm
frustrated,
only,
of course,
I'm
you
only
know.
28, so I'm still.
And see, Herb, you got girls. You probably got girls that can stay home forever. But I'm saying, like, once you're in a phase of your life, you've left the nest. You know what I'm saying? I've had my own place for years, and have been able to mother the way I want years, and to even have to go back under my mom's roof and just for that week, yo, that shit about killed me. Yeah, that shit about killed me.
Oh,
Had my mother
it would
told
kill
me
me off.
one more thing.
Yeah,
Had
I
my
don't think
mother
I could
told
do
me
it.
one more thing. Gave me one more
I
piece of
don't think I could do
unsolicited
it. My mom
advice.
drives me crazy. My mother is nuts. I've been out of the nest since I was 15, so I don't think I can. I can only visit my mom for like 2 hours at a time. She drives me crazy.
Yeah, I could. I'm telling y'all, I'm so glad. I'm so happy to be back home. But yeah, so Lucky, just give us a little just my luck.
Okay, well, it's just my luck that we are blessed with an awesome DJ that is in this awesome, awesome competition, and she's actually on air with us right now, with Cafe Mocha Radio. I know she's super, 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 super humble and all the stuff that she has. I know that I'm super proud of that. I'm
I'm losing her.
Yeah, we all did at the same time.
So yeah, I'm super, super, super proud of you, and I'm happy. So yeah, keep doing your thing. I know I've been able to see a lot. I've been able to see a lot of your growth. So and to be there from like kind of the beginning. I know you were doing a little bit prior to, but I'm super proud of you. So keep doing your thing. And that's just my rant. That's it for the day. I wanted to keep it super light, super. So I wanted to keep it super light today. I don't know what is going
Hey, we
on with my
got,
internet. I think everybody in my house is logged in. Okay.
hey, you need
You
to
gotta kick
up
the
the
kids
Yeah.
speed.
off. You gotta kick the kids off.
You might want to get Xfinity or something, man.
Yeah, but most definitely
I'm like,
shout out to our DJ Stiletto is doing just big things.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I made a point to share your joint on the place where I had the most people at. I was like, yeah. Where can I put it out there? I think it's like 5,000 people. All 5,000 y'all about to get it.
I did it a few months ago, so we thought we wasn't going to hear anything back. And now that we did, it's like full force on trying to get into the finals. So we just keep your fingers crossed, prayers up, and we're going to get there.
All righty, you guys. So we're gonna jump into our spit that ish and get into a little bit of this music news. So first things first, okay, y'all already know that your girl will hop on a conspiracy theory in the New York Minute. Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all the story first. I'm gonna tell y'all why I think it's some bull. Okay, so one of my most favorite rappers, my boy Lil Wayne, is facing up to 10 years in prison over federal weapons charges. I'm just gonna say this, okay, and then I'm gonna let y'all talk amongst yourselves to the people. I don't think that it's a coincidence that Trump was about to cut that check for old boy endorsing him. He didn't get the win. It came out that, oh, you about to cut this check. And then the next day, Lil Wayne coincidentally gets arrested. I'm not saying that Lil Wayne makes the best decisions in life. We all know he don't. Okay. I'm not gonna take that part away. He ain't the brightest one in the bunch. But he's already been to jail before. And most motherfuckers who already been in jail don't necessarily want to go back. I don't see him being the type dude that, oh, I just want to go back. I think it's a setup. I'm gonna just lay that right there. I think it's a setup. We're gonna go ahead to our guest. You in the business. What do you think?
I think that dude, they make the same mistakes over and over in general. Like, it's not just because he's Lil Wayne. I see dudes who've been to jail repeatedly come home and still do the same shit that got them in jail. It's just they can't function without doing these certain things. They gotta get high, they gotta run the streets, they make the same mistakes. But sometimes being in a position like Wayne, you have to account for everybody who works for you. So a lot of those gun charges are not his guns. But when you hire someone, you're responsible for them. If you can remember when Snoop was on trial, it was his bodyguard who killed the dude. It wasn't him. But he was going to go to jail for murder. That's how it works. But, Wayne, when you're high, I mean, you do dumb shit, right?
Right. What you think, Lucky?
I honestly, I don't even know. I kind of agree with what Ern said, because people do repeated things over and over again, and you kind of are like a product of your environment. However, like when you have certain kind of people around you, shit happens, and I don't think you should be held accountable for that, though. And I don't think it's a conspiracy theory connected with it either. Even though I'm quick to think that off the rip too, but honestly, I just think it's just his luck, because now everybody's kind of rolling with heavy artillery nowadays. It's not even hard to get on the street. Like, it's easy to get a gun or easy to do whatever. So, especially in ATL where it's like you can carry. So why not?
This is why I further think maybe it's a setup. So the gun he had, you guys, he says it was a gift. Okay, this is a gold-plated, pearl-handle, little pretty gun. You know what I'm saying? Something that you put in a box. A little glass box for people to look at. It's a little pretty something. Always got a lot of drugs on him. Him having a lot of drugs on him that's just one thing. But I feel like just the fact that this raid happened to have happened at that time, and this is probably something that he carries, that he has all the time. You run up on Lil Wayne in the middle of church service, he gonna have some drugs on him. Like, to me, that's like a no-brainer. You already know what you're gonna find.
Listen, I believe that there can be a conspiracy, because if you remember, Meek Mill is in jail, right? And a couple billionaires stepped up on his behalf. One of those billionaires got booked on some sex shit. So I know they put pressure on it, but my stepdaughter just said she hopes he goes to jail because he supports Trump. That's crazy.
He got paid to do that.
I'm not defending Trump by no means, because I don't defend right, left wing, or the other right wing. I don't do neither one, right? That's so fact. But people are so stuck on rhetoric and how things get chopped and screwed in the media that honestly, this man has done a lot. And I'm not even saying him. In his term, a lot has happened for us. Now, we don't know this little pedophile over here. I don't know this other lady, Kamala, who be doing her thing or whatever and arresting all of our people and shit, and they never arrest a pedophile a day of her life. I don't know that. I don't know her. All I know is that I don't trust his rhetoric, but at least he shows us who he was, while all them other presidents, every last one of them, have kept it under wraps. So now we can spark change. Now things can happen. Now we can love on one another harder. So at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. But I'm gonna let us get back on topic, because I'll be right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I hear you. You ain't said nothing wrong. You ain't said nothing wrong. So And not so happy news. Nipsey Hussle's marathon store was vandalized and looted. Um, I'm surprised, not surprised. I'm not surprised because just of the character of men, but I'm surprised because like yo, why would y'all come out here and do this? This man built this place to support his community more so than anything else. Everybody knows Nipsey was very, very big on putting back into. So even in his legacy, you guys want to find the time to take from. So there's a video circulating online, you guys. The store is seen with all the windows are broken. There's glass shattered everywhere. Of course, this is the same place where he was shot. Like, I just feel like it's so many other things that people could be doing with their time that y'all found time to do this. Like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's childish. Like, what's your point? I feel like we're so angry, and I'm trying to figure out why are we so angry? Why are we so angry at one another? Like, this is not the time for that. This is not the time, and y'all are taking away from his legacy. Y'all taking away from his family. Like, that shit is just sad.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing earlier today. Like, why do we love to hate each other so much? Like, I understand it's a mental brainwashing. You know, it's from the slave era. You know, we were always taught to hate ourselves and love them more. You know, but you know, this thing with the Jeezy and Gucci verses, like, they should be happy that these two squashed their beef, but everybody seems like they wanted to go back to beef. You know what I mean? Like, they're perpetuating, like, all these videos just started circulating to them, like, you know, the news article about Gucci killing Jeezy's homie, blah, blah. Like, they squashed this beef years ago. But why?
Well, what about
now they Say that
I'm
again?
sorry, but what about the tweet though? What about what Gucci tweeted? Like to
When?
me, what he said was stirring it back up.
When was it, and what did he say?
I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, let me find it because I'm about to say it out there.
I mean,
I
because
got
they,
you.
you know, they're going to be in the same room
Right.
together, and it may be an old tweet.
No, this was following the announcement of them having a versus battle. It was like he had created a meme and was saying something like you can't get your homie back up here to help you, or your homie can't get back up to say something. Like, it was something that would be directly hurtful.
Yeah,
And I
that's
understand
wild.
the backstory because Jeezy's homeboy did run up in Gucci's house. You know what I mean? Him and his boys, they ran up in Gucci's house. Gucci was assaulted. Whether or not Gucci pulled the trigger, what have you, I don't know. I get it, but I think that when it comes to the versus battle, yeah, I think when it comes to the versus battle, I think it is good to have people who are who you know in their era were kind of going against each other musically, but I think to introduce a personal battle, you know what I mean? Like, these guys got personal history. I think to go that far is a bit much. And if that post was legitimately from Gucci and not fake or whatever to egg the situation on, I think that's a low blow. I think that's just really like a cheap shot. You don't come for me and my dead friend, no matter what he did.
I don't think I could come back to him. I don't think I would be. I could learn to stay away from a motherfucker, but I don't think I could ever come back to being cordial with someone who killed my man. Now, granted, I don't know if that was Jeezy. I don't know if that was Jeezy's homie, because we all know dudes in the hood that do dirt. I could easily go back to my city and find a nigga that I know and be like, yo, I need you to handle this for me. That don't mean that's my dude. If he gets killed, it's like, okay. It wasn't my man like that.
Cool.
But everybody's right. So maybe it wasn't one of Jeezy's homies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he was able to get over it and squash it. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't, I don't think I could ever get over somebody killing my man. What am I right, man? I'd be in jail right now.
Yeah.
Right. So one more thing before
I think it's still going
we go.
I think it's still going to be. I was about to say, I still think it's going to be a super interesting battle either way, and hopefully they have it where they're in the same space. That would be super dope versus them being a
It's a hell of a coincidence.
yeah, that would be super.
So since they have matched up Jeezy and Gucci, like the new matchup for T.I. is supposed to be Lil Wayne. So I'm low key hoping Lil Wayne don't go to jail just so I can get that versus battle out here, you guys. Like that's my era right there. Lil Wayne and T.I. That's my teenage years, you guys.
I mean,
That's my teenage
I'm
years.
basically
I can't
new.
even
I'm
win on
basically
that.
new to the Lil Wayne thing. I never was a Lil Wayne fan until maybe I started respecting him a little more, probably just a few years ago. But I never really gave him a chance.
Really.
Now I was a
Like
Cash Money
I
fan.
really think his writing process.
Yeah, all day. Agreed.
I was a BG
No,
fan.
but
You know what I'm saying? That's what I fuck with.
Okay.
no, I love me
Well,
some Wayne. I love Wayne.
What do you love about
so
Wayne?
say it again.
What do you love
He said,
about
"What do I love?"
Wayne?
I just love his lyrics.
I think,
So
yeah.
I don't love him as a person. I don't love as what he does or anything like that. But lyrically, I like him because his lyrics is like swaggy and catchy, and he kind of invented the whole, I wouldn't say the ABC trap, but he kind of did. So that era was like, it was just a hip thing to be into back then. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been
Yeah.
fucking with his music for 20 years, and I don't know what the hell ABC trap is. What is that? What is that?
Listen, we're gonna have
It doesn't really have you know how I was gonna say, you know how most things have a flow, and like ABC is like really simplistic rap. It's not anything that actually is a storyline or any kind of like background. It's just things put together in a song, and it sound good.
Jay-Z. Don't give Wayne that credit. That was Hov. Even
No,
before
Jay Z
Hov,
is
Jay-Z.
no. You can't put Jay Z in no ABC. What? You can't put Jay Z in that in Lil Wayne in the same.
listen.
Jay Z
Jay-Z was
is
a
here.
listen.
Don't
Jay,
even
No, you two gotta table it. You gotta table it.
okay.
We're gonna bring all this energy back in just a minute. So coming up next, you guys, we're gonna dive in with our guest Irv Smith. We're gonna settle this dispute between them, and we're gonna find out what he has going on. First, before we do that, though, DJ Stiletto's gonna hit us with a mix, and this mix is featuring several of Irv's artists. You got 300 pounds of guap in there,
Yeah.
TTG Fred in there, Cash Cow Romo in there. So we about to have some fun for 10 minutes. We see you back at 9:40. Mhm.
Check, 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 check. Let's get it cracking. Speaking of Nipsey Hussle, we are gonna always let the marathon continue. Feel it. Let's get it. Don't you know that the devil is a liar? I know they'd rather see me down, put my soul in the fire. But we keep going higher, higher. My granny 88, she had my uncle in there. Miscarriage back to back every year for like 10. Pregnant with my mom, stopped and told her it was slim. It's been rough for 9 months, we gave birth in the end. Body started 60, he proud we done. In one generation, he came from Africa young. He said he met my mom at the Century Club. Los Angeles love, kinda like hustle with Bud. Money turned 10, cross turned 2. Starting to see this life shit from a bird's view. We the ones that made millions off the curve, floor in this rap shit 10. Never made normals. Hey, it keeps taking me higher, higher. Yeah, but don't you know that the devil is a liar? I know, like I had to see me down, put my soul in the fire. But we can go it higher, higher. Check, check.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass, and she gon' fuck up a bag. Pull up to the spot, living too fast, dropping the dope in the stash. In Italy, got too far and hoes they DM me. Drive the top when it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me. Eat it up like it's a feast. They say the dope on fleek.
Coming up, we got special guest TTG Fred in the building. Yeah. TTG Fred, where you at, baby?
I put them bricks in the family. My bitch, she walk around like she Cristiano. I get the brick in the family. They take a running like a damn.
We're gonna get into his songs right quick because we want to make sure we bless up him. Let's get it, baby.
Say when you see me gon' do something. I'm in the streets, I can't try to do numbers. I ain't having no fuck ass nigga, no weak ass bitch. I thought I was a piece something. My ass sound like a sea woman. Knock ass sound like a decomer. In the line, they tell piece on top where you put ass up this shit on me. Who gon' kill? Be for real. They gon' squeal. Keep popping pills. I can feel my faith for real. Yeah, what that mean? What that mean? Pull me green. Like what you mean? Clear the scene. He got wings. He kept that nigga on sick on. Yeah. My ass up like big on. Yeah. Top two shot. Bye, 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 bye.
Hey, TTG Fred in the building. We got him up next. Illustrate Radio. Hey, this track called Go Crazy. Let's get it.
You cannot roll, we got towers. I couldn't get right up in the little like gang shit.
Yeah. If y'all just tuning in, let's get it.
Big boy trucks, we'll ride V6. Big dogs pop, we ain't worried about free shit. Sure look dumb, might hit him with the remix. Really hard, but I make it look easy. Never start, cause you know nigga train you. Respect the block, bitch, you know you gon' need me. Respect the block, bitch, you know you gon' need me. Let's start my front on this run. 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 Look at my wrist, I'm already lit. Look at my chain, I'm already lit. Look at my truck, I'm already rich. Here my youngin', I know you hit. Big slides, these Tokyo trips. Moonwalking, how to slide your bitch. Paul Walker, how to crash your event. Spin the corner, then we crash your
It's that new TTG Fred. Hey, this track called Run. Let's get it.
Told me call my job, tell my quick. I'm a sauce, put me back in the mix. Never walk for the money, get rich. Duck sauce, put it all on the lips. Look shot like I'm speaking of French.
I wanna show how we work with the fresh. Don't go on, we taking a risk. Out of town, and we move with the stick. Change static on the stones on the fridge. Large pole, drinking some of the mist. In the snow, we was stuck in the bliss. Since high school, I really was it. I did Lexus, farms and shit. Call me broke, and I'm taking the bills. Look inside, and I'm
Baby, that made me mad, boy. I swear to God.
I can't fuck with everybody.
TTG Fred, talk to him, baby. This track called I Don't Give a Fuck. Hey, let's get it.
I cannot fuck with you new niggas. That's why I fuck with a few niggas. Don't dap me out, we ain't cool, nigga. Gotta stay fresh like a stool, bitch. Niggas all talk, no work ethic. Used to run around with the person that don't need your help, I'm a go-getter. Rockin' big Nate like a gorilla. Niggas get caught at brand new shit. I'm the only reason that they fuck with you. I can beat the vibe, both up with you. I don't think you wanna be my enemy. You a nigga with bitch tendencies. Been the same nigga since Mickey D's. You gon' do what, bitch, nigga, please? I'm on your ass like skinny jeans. Don't fuck. I can't with you. I said I don't fuck with the city. I cannot fuck with you. Don't know what's up with you. Just know that it's up, nigga. Forever be stuck, nigga. Thought you was cool, but we beat the vibe, so I'ma just back up. Better be cool, my nigga, just vibe. I don't wanna act up. Fuck with me out, these niggas be kidding. Draw down, we leaving them shit. They effing in the big body building, so bro, we can slide in this bitch just a room. We make a freeze like a pitcher. I fell asleep, pouring lean out the pitch. All this ice got me cold like a blizzard. My little bitch got inches, my clip is extended. You can get popped for a inch. We got rods, we finna go fishing. All they said I wanna stop, he don't listen. They get the back in when they complete the mission. Come here. I don't fuck with these niggas that counterfeit. Fuck with me here, being all kind of shit. He said smoke ain't dodging. Bitch, we blew a lot of it. I'm a rapper, but hit with my partner hit. We slide on the ops in the challenger. I send a hit, not a message. Drop a 10, they come in the handle.
Don't fuck. I can't with you. I said, I don't no fuck. Just say, I cannot fuck with you. Don't know what's up with you. Just know that it's up, nigga. Forever be stuck, nigga.
This ain't no TTG Chris.
So I'm just back up.
See up next,
Baby,
baby.
be cool, my nigga just vibe. I don't wanna act up. Yeah.
Hey.
I can't fuck with these niggas. No handshakes, no pictures. These niggas leech stickers. If that pussy fat liquor. These niggas cow, forehead. Keep the pussy, I want more head. Then had clout, I know I'm that nigga. They seem to fire and bro like a swisher. These niggas lame, school shooter. They stole the flow, they a real looter. Bitch, you ugly, is that a fupa? I can't trust no nigga. I can't trust nobody. Fat as fuck, I'm cocky. You broke as hell, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't fuck with no lame bitch. I got racks in both pockets. I can't fuck with no lame hoe. My watch look like a rainbow. These niggas mad. They knew better. Yeah, and I can't fuck with these niggas. I'm too clever. Don't fuck.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
already know it's
with
Illustrate
you.
Radio. We got TDG Fred
Don't
up next.
fuck.
We are that. Let's get it.
I
Hey.
cannot fuck with you. Don't know what's up with you. Just know that it's up, nigga.
Make sure I put that in rotation. I'm DJ Stiletto. Let's get it.
We beat the vibe, so I'm just back up. Hey, DJ Stiletto.
Yeah, yeah. Sound.
Sound. Kia area.
We didn't hear,
Kia area.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear
No
anything.
song.
So my bad is I forgot to come off you. Y'all pray for me.
So what-
It's been a long day.
hey, so one by one, tell me what y'all think of the songs. One by one. We'll start with you, T. What you think about the song?
So real quick, just because I want our audience to know, that was actually 3 different artists, you guys. That was Cash Cow Romo, that was 300 pounds of Goo Wop, and TTG Fred. So I'm going to jump in because I've been listening to the songs like 2 days straight. So I'm a little bit biased, but that Go Crazy by TTG Fred got me.
Yeah.
It got me.
That last one. I think that's the
So that's
second
your
song.
favorite one? TTG Fred? That's your favorite joint?
Yeah,
Right.
that's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah, but
What about
I
you,
fuck with
Lucky?
the Cash joint too.
See, so I stepped away for the first part of the song because I had to use the restroom. But the last song that was just playing, that's the one that pretty much had me going and rocking. I don't know which artist or even the name of that song was, but yeah, that's the one I'm going with. Because
That's 300 pounds of Goo Wop featuring Stunner for Vegas. You familiar with Stunner
See,
for
okay,
Vegas?
okay. No,
Are you
I'm
familiar?
not familiar with Stella from Vegas.
Well, he's
I'm
an
not
artist that
familiar.
signed to the Baby's $1 billion baby or something, whatever his label is. But he signed to the Baby.
Oh,
But he's
okay.
up right now. So our song is
most
going
definitely.
well. Also.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's the song.
So let's ask.
I like it.
Yeah, we got one more. We got one more to chime in. What you think? You played all 3.
I
Which one you
like
rocking?
all 3. I was rocking with all 3. I think my favorite might be the last one, just because they give you a taste of how each rapper has their own style and what they gotta say. I like the last one. The last one had me.
Right.
I was
mean, that
singing
video
like
shoot. That video shoot
Yeah.
was fun. We had so much fun shooting it. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch the video, but it was fun. I mean, I had a little cameo in there. I got
I'm definitely
I got to
make
chip
sure.
somebody in the video.
Okay, so real quick, let's give them a little bit of your background. So you are fantastic manager. You have several dope ass artists, as we can see. You also manage in
Right.
comedy. You guys, he's a partner in 2 different management companies. This man is spreading himself all over the place. He has Dream Lab Global and Tendazi Entertainment. So just tell everybody, I guess, where are you at now in the business, and then where do you want to see yourself go?
Okay, so as of right now, I'm in a management role, but long-term goals is to get back into owning another label, which I did in the past. So producing motion pictures, films, and owning a label. That's where I want to be. But as of right now, we working, we're making a shake. 300 pounds of guwap. This year we signed a deal, and we have another artist by the name of King Troop who signed a deal, and we're still working on his project. Hasn't been released yet. TTG Fred, there's a bunch of labels checking for him. Like, they've been chasing him for a while. He actually had a situation on the table from QC. If you're familiar with QC, they have the Migos, Little Baby, Lil Yachty. But that they kind of wanted to sign him a while ago. He refused to sign because he had an issue with the Migos. And I don't know if you remember the dab, the dance, and all that. He basically created it, and they stole it. So he refused to apologize publicly. But he has a lot of offers on the table. We're just looking for the right one because I know we can get more money for him. I mean, we got good situations for the guys that we got signed, but Fred, they're all special, but I know Fred's gonna get some money. And as far as Cash Cow Romo, he's heating up. We just did our first ever Shade 45 XM radio interview. His clothing line is taking off. He has his Letterman jacket that we can't even keep up with the orders.
That Letterman jacket is vicious.
Yeah,
I gotta see it.
I got NBA players and NFL players and like different singers in my DM. I don't even know who they are. They just like, yo, we need that jacket. What's up?
Well, any single.
Can we get like an exclusive?
No, I wasn't talking about the Letterman. I wasn't talking about the Letterman jacket. I said any of them single. Okay. Tell them call me, okay?
Hey, you want a real baller, literally. What? You want a baller?
You funny. Hey, she's like, hey, shoot your shot. Press it, wang wang.
So, Romo, the cute little chocolate you guys. Like, I don't know if y'all seen him in the promo that I made, but he a cute little chocolate something. That's it. All girls like chocolate. I don't know.
I do. Hold on, wait. I do. Chocolate is berry. You hear me?
Hey,
yeah,
follow on Instagram. Listen, follow all my guys. Cash Cow Romo is R0N0. TTG Fred 6. 300 pounds of guwap. Follow my guys. Matter of fact, I don't think I follow you too. Lucky and Stiletto, right? Stiletto? Is that what it is? Stiletto?
Yeah, I'm about to now.
I don't think I follow you guys. I gotta follow you.
So let me ask you this, because we're going to take care of your Instagram at the end. We'll go around for everybody to do their social media. But let me ask you this, because
we're going to take it out right now. We can put it up right now. We do that.
We only in the middle of an interview. We only streaming live right now. So I'm trying to make sure these people are up on some things. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I give you this full promotion situation.
Hey, listen, let's do it.
So you've been in this game for a very long time. And you had already mentioned before that you've already had your own label, you've had your own studio, you had your own concerts at mega arenas, and you've done so much. But what I found to be very inspiring was when you shared the story with me about how Mac Miller saw you as an inspiration. Can you just share with us in what way did you inspire him, and how was that relationship?
Well, first of all, I never knew that until we got older. Because as I told you before, I was gone for a little while, but they were kids, when I was doing my thing. Me and my partner, we had bought the building. First thing we did, we fixed it up. We put a lot of money into making it like one of the best studios in the city of Pittsburgh. Our rec room could rival anything. You know what I'm saying? Like pool tables, vending machines, all that good shit. So after we got it hooked up to where we liked it, then we went into the city and found the young guys that we knew to be talented, but just had nobody to turn to. Like these guys are in high school or just fresh out of high school. We found them. I'm good at recognizing talent. You know what I'm saying? So my little cousin had a friend, and I knew that he did music. He never took it seriously. So I just told him, like, yo, just come see my studio. Once I get them in there, they're going to be like, wow. They want to be there every day. That's how I would hook people because it looks so beautiful in there. So we recruited some young guys, and, we just started doing mixtapes around the city, that type of thing. And our mixtapes was getting spun in all the clubs in Pittsburgh. And then we were doing like events. So we started promoting our own concerts instead of like, people pay to perform. I'm not with that. I got my own money. I'll just rent the club out myself. I'll get the venue myself. So we was doing big shows. We would bring in like Young Buck or Jim Jones or whoever. Then finally we did the big Mellon Arena. This is where the Penguins play. Like nobody does that. You only see like big stars like Beyonce or somebody doing the Mellon, And then here's these hood dudes, got their own concert. And like years later, I think I was like 35 years old when I found out. So Mac Miller's best friend, he had met me, first. And Roma was already cool with them. Like he had songs with Mac Miller already. You know what I'm saying? Like from like right after our Panama days. So they asked me and my partner to interview for it because they had a magazine and some other things. And Mac Miller was actually on TV. He was on MTV at the time. He had the #1 show on MTV. And they was asking us to interview. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, bro, y'all are legends in the city. Like you really inspired us to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that was via a phone call because I was with his partner, Q, his best friend. Q gets him on the phone. And they're like, bro, you got to do it. You got to do it. Like, you're a legend, To them, it was like a big deal. To me, I still look at my life right now like, yo, I still got shit to prove. I haven't done anything, And I helped my friend get his deal back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? But it's like he didn't reach his full potential. So I still got shit to prove. But that hearing that from Mac Miller made me feel good, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like from Quentin and Mac, because Mac was one of the biggest rappers of all time,
Right.
And Pittsburgh only gets one star every 15 years.
Then there's that.
So
Yeah, then there's that. But it's so much going on in the industry. Like, how do you make the decision as management? Like, how do you decide what deal to go with versus what deal not to go with? Like how's that process for you and weighing what's best for your artists?
Shit, we got good lawyers. That's it. We actually, DreamLab has 2 lawyers, and we share a lawyer with Miss Mulatto, if you're familiar with her. And she's a black entertainment attorney. Her name is Bernice. She's a canon. Like she's the best, And I have an attorney for my company also, but he's the only artist that he's known for working for is Post Malone. And I'm not a fan of Post Malone, but he's a good lawyer, But so we let them advise us, and then we know what we want to look for and what we don't want to look for. Like I had an artist one time have a contract in front of him from the West Coast, and the contract, I'd never seen this before in my life, but I understand it. It said that he would surrender his moral rights. What the hell moral rights, and how does that belong in a recording contract? So basically, I understand that these artists, like I know one that's a big star right now, and he can't even change his hair color without permission from the label. So
Oh
I
wow.
understand what that moral rights meant. He would have
Right.
to wear a dress if they told him. You know what I'm saying? So
To pretty
of
much
course,
you could go
yeah.
yeah, against your morals. See, and that's what that people really be signing themselves over to labels because that's
But is
crazy.
it really
So
under
when you,
like a legit contract?
yeah, it was a.
Because
I ain't gonna say the name of the label, but it was a well known label that you would know of. Like it was on the West Coast, so you can kind of guess. A
I
lot of
was
big
Yeah.
signed
stars
under a
came up.
contract. I was signed under a contract once with a major label, with a group, and we toured and stuff, and we had our freedom, but we didn't have our freedom. You know what I'm saying? So it was like certain stuff got cut, or they had to pull us aside and be like, "Let's make a call." You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I mean, they take that real serious. That control is real
There's,
serious.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
I understand some of it to a certain degree because if somebody's representing me or my company, I'm gonna make sure I can reel them niggas in too. Choose my language, but I'm gonna tell them what they can and cannot do in the public eye while you're representing me. But some things you understand they're using as a weapon against our people.
Mm.
So if they got
right.
two artists and they're making these artists paint their nails, wear lipstick, and put a dress on, but these artists aren't really homosexual, you can understand what the
Right.
message is they're trying to send to your kids. So they're using.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
why they
Yeah.
always try to get the most popular people. You know what I'm saying?
Weaponized.
That's why Trump. That's why Trump will pay a Lil Wayne or pay a Steve Harvey or pay. You know what I'm saying? Like he's willing to pay $5 million just to get him to say, "Yo, fuck with Trump." You know what I'm saying? Like all money ain't good money. And but when you get a
Facts.
young hungry, when you find a young hungry dude in the hood and he ain't got no team with him, like he ain't got no real solid manager, no attorney, no, and you tell this dude like, yo, we're gonna give you $300,000 right now. And this dude's literally starving while they're talking. Like he hasn't eaten in 2 days. He's gonna sign anything. You know,
Right.
like,
And not even
but
look at
you gotta have good people around you saying like, look, bro, we've been like this long. What's another day? If they're offering you 300, we could probably get 500. And if they offer you 500, we could probably get 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta have a good plan. And that's why when I had my label, me and my partner, we made sure our people had what they needed so they wouldn't be sidetracked by any dumb shit. You know, like we bought them all cars. We made sure they had money in their pocket. We made sure they had somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? That way they wouldn't fall to none of the bullshit that people, you know, because you got dudes that'll try to steal. Like I had an artist that Irv Gotti tried to steal from me like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But they know I'm a good dude and I handle my business and nobody's gonna fight for him like I fight for him. So, you know, she came right back and told me, like, yo, this is what he was trying to do. And I wasn't there, but he was always telling her, like, yo, come to the crib, leave your manager at home, you know? So you always got those things.
wow.
And she knew that he wasn't going to be good anyways. Like he uses up his artists. You know what I mean? All they did, like when we were there, all they did was talk bad about Ashanti. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you throwing her under the bus. Like they don't care about their people.
So
It's just about
so it's good to hear that you actually have female artists as well. My question was gonna be, what advice would you have for like the new and upcoming artists who are actually trying to figure out how to get into the industry, or who to sign to, or what kind of deals they should be making with their managers, those types of things. But for a female, it's slightly different being in the industry too. That's kind of male dominated. So those are two separate questions, kind of the same thing. So as for a young male perspective, what advice would you give him to be in the industry? I want to hear your response on what advice would you give a female, because I'm telling you, working with a lot of males, period, in the kind of industry that I'm in as well, it's very hard to like, for people to take you seriously. It's very hard for people not to want to try you every move that you get. And it's also very easy to fall into kind of like the trick bag. So what advice would you have?
yeah. I mean, for a female, my advice is going to be the same But I don't know if you noticed, but over the past year or so, females have been winning in music,
Yeah.
winning, like really winning. But my advice would be keep it professional because we all know that you could gain favor by opening your lanes. We know that, but it's only going to get you so far. You may win sometimes with that, but you're only going to get but so far. And most men in this industry, when they see you doing stuff like that, they're going to treat you as such all the time. Even somebody that might have wanted to do some real stand up business with you, if he knows that's you, he's going to come at you like, look, man, she's one of them. Just, yeah, babe, I'll take you in the studio. You know what I mean? Come over here and, handle this real quick. But that's the number one advice I could give is keep it business, keep it professional, work on your
Always.
craft. And I would tell a woman the same way I tell a man, because I don't treat a woman different in this industry. I don't treat her with like white gloves. I don't treat her like a puppy dog. I treat her like just like a dude. Like, yo, she's fucking up, I'm poor shit. Like, yo, nobody's gonna fucking baby you because you're a female. You better be a pit bull like Eve. Like when they see you walk in and you square biz, like they're gonna treat you as such. Like dudes that might look at you like, damn, she got a fat little, oh yeah, yo. If they see you walk in there, your head held high, you confident in what you do, and you get straight to business, they're gonna say, oh shit, well, she's about her business. Let's get down, let's get to work. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be scared.
Yeah, but it's how you carry yourself. It's not even music. It's not even music. It's no matter what. Like I command my respect. Like I don't give a shit if I'm at my 9 to 5 job or in this music. You know what I'm saying? Like I told the president of my company one time, like I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43. My dad's damn near 80. I won't let him disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna treat me with respect. I treat you with respect. So as long as you demand respect, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get your respect. Like I've seen, there was a time in our world where like homosexuals would get treated like shit, right? But there's some that are like they're gonna get no respect no matter what. You're not gonna treat them fucked up, So when it comes to the question about the industry and where they get started, if you're a mechanic, what?
No,
Listen.
Be great, like yo,
trying to type in the chat.
Look at her.
We gotta go.
So listen, let me answer the last part of the question. So as far as the industry goes, like where do they get started or what advice I would give? If you're a mechanic, if you're a teacher, if you're a barber, if you're a damn astronaut, if I was a goddamn pilot, a mechanic should know more about my craft than I do. So the first thing you should do is learn about the game. Learn the game you're playing because nobody should be better than you. Michael Jordan didn't get good at basketball by working on cars. Learn your craft, and artists don't do that. They come in the game, and even the ones that are successful somewhat, they get screwed over because they don't understand the business. Whose fault is it that you didn't take the time to learn something that you want to live your life doing? There's all kind of music conferences. Revolt ain't the only thing. Just because Diddy, that ain't even a good one. You know what I'm saying? I just went to one this past weekend. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like guys should be going to these panel discussions. They should take classes. There's a book, Donald Passman, Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. It's a dope book. You should be reading that. And then when it comes down to choosing your team, you got to go with your gut. Find somebody who has a proven track record. Or even if they don't, if you feel like they're going to hustle for you, because that's how I am. I don't give a shit how many cases you won as a lawyer. I don't give a fuck who you broke as a manager. There could be nobody, but I look into your eyes and I see that motherfucking hunger like I got. Yo, let's do it together then. You ain't get there yet. I ain't get there yet. We're going to get there together. Period.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. Yo, when they look at these motherfuckers, they say, Tiger, they want me in the room with them. I don't give a fuck. They call me like, yo, Herb, can you come to the meeting with me? Why, bro? I ain't no boxing manager. I don't care, bro. I just need you there. You know what I'm saying? They know I'm going to go home.
We appreciate
Good.
I
you.
want to make I want to make sure that one, the audience, real quick, you guys, everybody knows how to follow everybody on my team, and our guest. So our guest, if you want to just check him out, you want to check out his artist, you want to see what he's got going on, what he's doing. He's always at the shoots, always making moves, always doing something fantastic. You want to follow him on Instagram at ErvMGM. That's ERVMGM. And that's the same on all his social media, all his platforms. He made it real easy for us, you guys. Make sure that you all do check me out. I have a new episode of my show coming out on Monday. Stay tuned because it's going to be actually one of his homeboys. Jason Carey is starting my new season, and that's going to be super, super dope. Make sure you follow me at below _ sex talk with T Gray. Go ahead, Lucky Lay. Go ahead, Lucky Lay, real quick.
Okay, all right. You, Lucky Lay Marie. I'm keeping it real simple. I ain't about to give y'all my 1,000,001 or Magical AF podcast. Y'all already know what it is. There it go. We're gonna keep it short tonight.
Yeah,
No Jamaican lifestyle.
Stiletto. She's gonna give us this awesome mix and get us up out of here. Sorry we kept y'all, but we'll definitely see y'all next Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Make sure you check us out on iHeartRadio. We'll be right here. See you later.
Bye, Herb. I just followed.
Check.
See y'all. Bye.
Check. Well, you already know it's Illustrate Radio each and every Wednesday. I'm DJ Stiletto. We want to big up Herb Management for coming in the building, giving us that knowledge. We needed that. But I'm going to play his artist right now. Big up TTG Fred. And I don't know all of the artists, but we got all the artists running. So we're going to just pull back and we're going to run up all of the songs. And we're going to rock out. You feel me?
Gang shit. Broke little boy, you ain't never gonna be lit. Big boy trucks, won't ride BC. Big dogs pop, we ain't worried about free shit. Sure look dumb, might hit him with the remix. Really hard, but I make it look easy. Never stop, cause you know nigga treat me. Respect the plug, bitch, you know you gon' need me. Respect the plug, bitch, you know you gon' need me. Star might run on this run. Star might run on that 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 run. Look at my wrist, I'm already lit. Look at my chain, I'm already lit. Look at my truck, I'm already rich. Look at my unit, I know you're hit. Big slide, just get dripped. You ain't walking outside of the bitch. Hey, don't eat you, that's your fit. Say when you see me gon' do something. I'm in the streets, I can't try to do numbers. I ain't having no suck ass nigga, no weak ass bitch. I find with some feet on me. My ass sound like a C-bomber. Knock ass sound like a D-comer. In the line, they 10 piece on top where you put ass up, you shit on me. Who gon' kill? Think for real, they gon' squeal. Keep popping pills, I can feel my faith for real. Damn, what that mean? What that mean? Bowling green. Right with your bean, clear the scene, he got wings. He kept that nigga on sick on, yeah. My ass up like pickle, yeah. Top shoot, shot, pop, no, I ain't like a bullet, pickle, yeah. Don't like dog, sickle, yeah. Stomach ass out, kickle, yeah. Nigga won't cry, put him in the car, hold the hood on, be with him, yeah. I don't fuck around with this little I can't fuck with everybody. Just can't fuck with you niggas. I cannot fuck with you new niggas. That's why I fuck with a few niggas. Don't that me out, we ain't cool, nigga. Gotta stay fresh like a school, bitch. Niggas all talk, no work. Used to run around with the person that don't need your help, I'm a go-getter. I can be late like a gorilla. Niggas get caught at brand new shit. I'm the only reason that they fuck with you. I can beat the vibe, what's up with you? I don't think you wanna be my enemy. You a nigga with bitch tendencies. Been the same nigga since me D's. You gon' do what, bitch, nigga, please? I'm on your air like skinny jeans. Don't fuck. I can't with you. I said I don't fuck pussy. I cannot fuck with you. Don't know what's up with you. Just know that it's up, nigga. Forever be stuck, nigga. Thought you was cool, but we beat the vibe, so I'ma just back up. Better be cool, my nigga, just vibe. I don't wanna act up. Don't fuck with you. Me out, these niggas be kidding. Draw down, we leaving them shit. We effing in the big body Billy, so bro, we can slide in this bitch just a room. We make a freeze like a bitch. I fell asleep, pouring lean out the pitch. All this ice got me cold like a blizzard. My little bitch got inches, my clip is extended. You can get popped for a minute. We got robbed, we finna go fishing. How they set out for the stop, he on list. They get the back in when they complete the mission. Come here. I don't fuck with these niggas, they counterfeit. Fuck with me here, being all kind of shit. He said smoke ain't dodging. Bitch, we blew a lot of it. I'm a rapper, but hit when my partner hit. We slide on the ops in the challenger. I send a hit, not a message. Drop a 10, they coming to handle.
Don't fuck. I can't with you. I said I don't no fuck.
It's Illustrate Radio. We're gonna see y'all next week. Hey, next Wednesday. Hey. Peace out, y'all.